David Lammy has always been a fascinating political figure, often taking strong stances and expressing bold opinions, particularly regarding former U.S. President Donald Trump. Over the years, Lammy has been vocal in his criticism of Trump, occasionally resorting to controversial and personal remarks. However, in a recent appearance on Sky News, Lammy seemed to adopt a surprisingly conciliatory tone toward Trump, prompting widespread reactions. The sudden shift in his stance did not go unnoticed and led to an embarrassing moment for him, as his earlier comments resurfaced and drew ridicule. In this video, we'll not only explore that cringeworthy moment but also take a broader look at recent political developments and reactions across the country. Before we dive in, make sure to support the channel by liking this video and subscribing to join our growing community. Lammy's appearance on Sky News took an unexpected turn when he openly welcomed the election of Donald Trump. His comments appeared to express a willingness to work with Trump, acknowledging the complexities of the geopolitical moment. He went on to emphasize the 77 million votes Trump garnered, highlighting his appeal among younger voters, African Americans, and Latinos, a demographic shift for the Republican Party. Lammy also stressed the importance of maintaining a special relationship with the United States, regardless of who resides in the White House or number 10 Downing Street. His statements seemed calculated and diplomatic, but given his history of harsh critiques against Trump, they raised eyebrows and invited skepticism. What made the situation even more awkward was his effusive praise for Peter Mandelson, calling him the right choice to serve as the UK ambassador to the United States. Mandelson, with his extensive experience as a former business secretary and European commissioner, was portrayed by Lammy as someone perfectly suited to navigate the diplomatic waters. However, this endorsement was quickly overshadowed by the backlash Lammy faced for his perceived hypocrisy. It wasn't long before former Conservative MP Steve Baker weighed in, openly mocking Lammy on live television. Baker didn't hold back, recounting Lammy's previous accusations where he labeled Trump as a neo-Nazi and the European Research Group, which Baker once led, as worse than Nazis. These remarks were not only inflammatory, but also deeply offensive to many. Baker noted that when challenged, Lammy doubled down on his controversial statements rather than retracting them, showing a pattern of defiance. To see Lammy now speaking favorably about Trump and appearing to align with his leadership was, for Baker, an ironic and absurd turn of events. Baker went on to describe Lammy as one of the most ludicrous figures in UK politics, labeling him as opportunistic and inconsistent. He argued that Lammy's earlier personal attacks on Trump, including mocking his hair and skin tone, only made his recent comments more hypocritical. Baker found it amusing yet disheartening that such a figure held a position as significant as Foreign Secretary. The ridicule didn't end there. Baker also expressed pity for the officials who had to work alongside someone he deemed unreliable and opportunistic. Adding to the humor of the situation, Baker suggested that Lammy's political ambitions likely lay closer to domestic roles, such as becoming the mayor of London, rather than holding a prominent foreign affairs portfolio. He speculated that Lammy's discomfort with his current responsibilities might explain some of his perceived inconsistencies. Baker's remarks struck a chord with many viewers, highlighting the growing frustration among critics who believe Lammy's rhetoric lacks substance and coherence. Meanwhile, the political scene in the UK continues to evolve, with new challenges surfacing daily. Nearly 1 million savers are bracing for unexpected tax bills this year due to rising interest rates. Recent analyses reveal that 6.1 million accounts are expected to exceed the personal savings allowance in 2024, marking a significant increase from the previous year. Experts warn that higher tax rates could eat into hard-earned savings unless proactive measures are taken. This issue is further compounded by frozen income tax thresholds, which are pushing millions of workers into higher tax brackets. By 2025, an estimated 2.5 million individuals will face the 40% higher tax rate, reducing their personal savings allowance to £500, while another 100,000 will lose their allowance entirely. This situation serves as a stark reminder of the financial challenges many households are facing. It underscores the importance of financial literacy and planning, particularly in navigating a rapidly changing economic landscape. Many savers remain unaware of their liabilities until they receive unexpected bills from HMRC. Advisors are urging individuals to consider tax-free alternatives such as ISAs to protect their savings from excessive taxation. However, tracking interest across multiple accounts adds another layer of complexity, leaving many vulnerable to financial pitfalls. In other developments, the royal family may be gearing up for a significant diplomatic tour of the United States to strengthen ties between the two nations. Sources suggest that King Charles and Prince William could embark on a visit timed to coincide with the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Declaration of Independence in 2026. Such a trip would not only underscore the enduring special relationship between the UK and the US, but also rekindle public interest in the monarchy. The proposed tour also has political undertones, with some citing former President Donald Trump's admiration for the royal family as a potential factor in shaping the agenda. Trump's favorable relationship with the late Queen Elizabeth II and other senior royals could add a layer of goodwill to the diplomatic efforts. However, the prospect of a royal visit raises questions about its potential impact on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who have been critical of Trump in the past. The Sussexes, now residing in California, remain a subject of media fascination, and their strained relationship with Trump could complicate the narrative surrounding the royal tour. Returning to Lammy, his tenure as Foreign Secretary remains under scrutiny. Critics argue that his approach to diplomacy is more opportunistic than strategic, with some suggesting that he is out of his depth in managing foreign affairs. His critics claim that his recent remarks about Trump are less about genuine reconciliation and more about political expediency. Lammy's perceived inconsistency has fueled debates about the broader direction of UK foreign policy and the role of personality politics in shaping public perception. For all the drama surrounding Lammy's comments, they do reflect the complexities of modern politics. Politicians are often required to navigate a delicate balance between maintaining their principles and adapting to changing circumstances. In Lammy's case, his willingness to work with Trump could be interpreted as a pragmatic acknowledgement of geopolitical realities. Yet, his history of harsh criticism makes this shift difficult for many to accept, leaving him vulnerable to accusations of hypocrisy. As the story unfolds, it serves as a reminder of the challenges politicians face in a hyper-connected world where past comments can resurface and be weaponized against them. The rapid pace of modern media ensures that no statement or action goes unnoticed, making consistency and authenticity more important than ever. Lammy's experience is a cautionary tale for politicians everywhere, illustrating the risks of playing to the gallery without considering the long-term implications of their rhetoric. At the same time, it highlights the public's appetite for holding leaders accountable. Whether it's through satirical commentary or serious political analysis, the scrutiny of figures like Lammy underscores the importance of transparency and accountability in governance. It also reflects a broader trend in contemporary politics, where the lines between public service and personal branding often blur, complicating the task of evaluating leaders on their merits. What are your thoughts on David Lammy's recent remarks and the backlash he faced? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more updates on British politics. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.